Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Justin here, aka Justin Lambchop, finally with some downtime to sit down and make a video with my predictions on the ladies' discipline for the upcoming 2015 World Championships. I am so excited. The championships are in Shanghai this year, and I think it's a loaded field for the ladies, and it's going to be the most exciting to watch. Now, before I get into my predictions, I want to make a few shout outs. The first one goes to my Twitter follower and Facebook friend Elizabeth, who is a rad progressive chick in Colorado. And my second one goes to my Twitter follower Quanette, who is a huge Adam Rapon fan, but also a big supporter of Ashley Wagner. So this year is a big one for the two of us because our two favorites will be competing at Worlds, which is awesome. And then my last shout out goes to my friend Kevy, who attended Skate Canada with me this year, and we made this recap video. And if you want to watch that, you can click here. Boop! Alright, so let's get down to my predictions on the ladies' discipline. So I think the podium is pretty locked on three girls, and they are two from Russia, Elizaveta Tuktamysheva and Elena Radionova, and also Ashley Wagner from the United States. I just have a good feeling that the podium from the Grand Prix final will be mirrored at Worlds. It's just a gut feeling of mine. So let's go through my predictions. So gold place finisher, I really think it's going to be Elizaveta Tuktamysheva. She's competed, gosh, legitimately 10 times this season, and she looks a little fatigued, but she's not completely worn down. She's still winning competitions. She beat Elena Radionova at Europeans and also won the Grand Prix final. If she if performing too much was a problem for her, it would have shown at the European Championships or Russian Nationals. But because it didn't, I think she's going to be fine. She's still going to be really tired, don't get me wrong, but she's still going to be good enough to win the gold medal at Worlds. Now, the one factor that could change that is the triple axel. There's been reports, there's been Instagram videos that she's landing the triple axel, and it looks really good. Great height, good snap, fully rotated. However, she performed it at a domestic competition and fell on it, and her triple triple turned into a triple double. So if she lands a triple axel in both the short and the long program, she wipes out the field. For sure will win first place. However, that is a new element in competition, and skaters tend to get nervous with new elements. I have a feeling that she may pop it or fall, and instead of ending up in first after the short program, she could be somewhere like in third or fourth. So that's the one factor that will play a big difference. She hasn't really fallen or popped a lot of jumps this season, so she doesn't have an issue with under rotations. She's got a really good shot at the gold medal. For sure, the podium. I don't think any lower than the silver medal, really. Now, who I do predict will win the silver medal in second place is her teammate, Russian teammate, Elena Radionova, the spunky young girl who has been oh, like on everyone's minds. She's so amazing to watch, and her jumps are huge. Her programs are okay. They're fun. They're not really classic, but she does the big elements. And she has that enthusiasm over the ice that gets her high enough component marks. And I think if Elena is clean, she will get the silver medal. Elena Radionova has more chances of making technical errors than Elizaveta Tuktamysheva. So I don't see her winning. It's definitely a possibility. But I think she'll be in second. So yeah. And I think for the third place, the bronze medal finisher will be Ashley Wagner from the US, preventing a Russian podium sweep at Worlds. And Ashley Wagner is just feeding off of the awesome momentum that began in the Grand Prix final, and she topped that at Nationals, and I hope she tops it at Worlds. I totally think it's possible. I actually didn't think it was possible for her to perform better than she did at the Grand Prix final. But, well, she showed me at Nationals that she can take it up another notch. I have a lot of confidence in Ashley to be in third place at the Grand Prix final, where these three ladies last competed against each other. In the long program, Ashley Wagner had the second highest program component marks. So Elizaveta had, I believe, 65, Ashley Wagner had 64, and Elena Radionova had 63. So she's really getting rewarded by the judges for her artistic mark and expression on the ice. And it's going to be good for her. If she makes a mistake, I don't think she'll be any lower than fourth. I think the judges were hard on her, the international judges last year at the Olympics and Worlds, because they watched what happened at nationals. Well, guess what? They watched what happened this year, and I think they're expecting her to just blow up the arena in Shanghai as well. I have faith in my girl. Most people are talking about how they're concerned about the uh, the edge call on her Lutz. I'm actually not as worried about that as other people seem to be. You know, it was she got credit for the edge at the Grand Prix final and Trophy Eric Bompard and at nationals. The judging is questionable, but she's aware of it based on the Ice Network article, and she's working to fix it with Raphael, and I totally believe in her. What I do have concerns on with Ashley is actually under rotations. I'm actually not as worried about the edge call on the Lutz, because when she gets nervous, she does tend to under rotate her jumps and to foot the landings. Um, she's really, really hungry for that podium, and I just hope she doesn't want it too much that she loses her focus. And I actually think there's a slight chance that Ashley Wagner could win, but it would take Elizaveta screwing up on the axle for that to happen. But the podium finishers, I definitely have as Elizaveta, Elena, and Ashley. We'll see about the order though. Now let's talk about a few ladies who have an outside shot at the podium. Let's start with, let's see, uh, oh gosh, Miyahara Satoko. Yes, so let's start with her from Japan. She was expected to win four continents a few weeks ago and totally did not. Had a really poor performance. She actually fell, and she already has issues with under rotation calls on her triple jumps in the short program and long program. So if she's going to make it on the podium, she's going to really have to skate big and make her jumps seem bigger and fully rotate those triples. Her component marks are a little lower than the top three that I mentioned in this video, and I actually don't agree with that. I think her program component scores are kind of low, and they should really be up there with Ashley Wagner and Elena Radionova. But for some reason, the judges have her down in the program component marks. Maybe it's because she's tiny and she skates more like a junior sometimes in their eyes. That's a possibility. If Miyahara is clean, I think she'll be a close fourth behind Ashley or Elena. But a podium will be her being completely clean and one of the top three faltering in the long program, for sure. The next lady with an outside shot would be from USA, Gracie Gold. Also had a disappointing performance at four continents, was also expected to win, and did the opposite, not even landing on the podium. I believe in Gracie's ability to skate two clean programs at Worlds. I think she wants it. She can do the technical jumps. And you know what? I think the judges favor her for some reason. At Nationals and at Four Continents, her program component marks were kind of held up. So for whatever reason, the judges love her. She has the technical goods. If she brings it, I still don't think she'll land on the podium. I think the judges are going to remember Four Continents and are really disappointed that she didn't even land on the podium. But she is capable of skating a clean program. She just has to do it. She doesn't have a lot of competitions under her belt where she skated a clean short and a clean long. Even with her win at NHK Trophy this year, that wasn't a clean long program that she skated. So she's really going to have to bring her A game and rely on mistakes from others. Someone else with a chance at the podium is also from the United States, surprise winner of the Four Continents Championships, Polina Edmunds. I really don't think she's going to be close to the podium. I'd have to say she could land a fifth or sixth place if she's lucky. You know, kudos to her for having so much confidence, but I'm sorry, you didn't win Four Continents because you were rewarded for two clean performances. You won the competition because others made mistakes. And if those few people of Miyahara didn't make the mistakes, she would definitely have won. Same with a few other skaters. So Paulina, I love her. I love her enthusiasm and vision for winning, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I believe she can skate well, but low program component marks, and in the Grand Prix season, she struggled with consistency, especially in the short program. Handled it at nationals, but international competition is a different ball game. So we'll see how she does. I think she's going to be around sixth or fifth place, which she'll be upset over. But what can you do? Let's see who else. Rika Hongo has surprisingly been performing well this season. Not totally based on skating skills. I don't think she's a strong skater. I don't think she has strong skating skills or strong artistry. I think when she won Cup of Russia, it was based on the mistakes by Anna Pogorilaya. And you know, she did perform well at Four Continents as well with the bronze medal. But I think the competition here at Worlds is just so great with the Russians that it's going to be difficult for her. Now, someone else would be Anna Pogorilaya, who I actually think has a strong chance of finishing fourth or third, even if everyone is clean. I should have talked about her first, but I didn't. Anna Pogorilaya is the weakest link out of all three Russian girls at the World Championships. You know, she has the highest tendency to make mistakes, and she tends to have the lowest component marks. You know, I can't remember the competition. I believe it was Cup of Russia this year, where she botched up a few spins and fell, and she even made mistakes at the Grand Prix final, finishing fourth behind Ashley Wagner. So it's possible for her to be on the podium, but I'm not expecting it. I'm expecting a fourth place finish from Anna Pogorilaya. And let's see, who else do I expect to be a surprise on the podium? I can't think of anyone right now, so I really think it's going to be USA versus Russia and Japan in the mix. You know, the Canadian girls, Gabrielle Daleman and Elaine Chartrand, will try to be finishing on the top 10 if they're clean. I don't think they'll get high in the standings, much higher than that. Yeah, what do you guys think? Did I miss anyone? Do you agree or disagree with me?